Chosen one, there was a time when you stood in the center of judgment, when all eyes seemed to turn toward you, not to celebrate you, but to question you. They interrogated you with suspicion, with doubt, with words that cut deeper than silence. They demanded explanations you did not owe, seeking cracks in your armor, searching for weakness where there was only strength. And though their voices were many, their motives were clear. They could not understand why you carried the light you did, and they sought to bring it down. Yet in the very moment where you might have felt most alone, something remarkable happened. Everyone defended you, even those who had been quiet before, even those who once doubted you, could not deny the truth of who you are. Their voices rose not against you, but for you, and the energy in the room shifted. They interrogated you, but the more they pressed, the more undeniable your truth became. Everyone defended you, because your life, your resilience, and your integrity were louder than their accusations. What they hoped would expose weakness only revealed strength. What they intended as humiliation became testimony. And now, after all of it, everyone is thinking of you. They replay the way you stood tall under pressure, the way your spirit did not crumble under their words, the way your presence commanded respect even without retaliation. They cannot stop thinking of you, because you became unforgettable in that moment. The truth is, your strength has always unsettled people. Some try to interrogate what they cannot explain. They feel threatened by what shines too brightly. They demand answers for what is divinely unexplainable. But your life does not require explanation. Your story carries its own defense. That is why, when they interrogated you, the universe raised voices in your defense. Everyone defended you, because truth resonates louder than lies, and light exposes shadows no matter how deep they hide. Now you stand on the other side of that season, and the weight of it is not on you. It is on them. Everyone is thinking of you, not because of scandal, but because of resilience, not because of failure, but because of strength, not because you crumbled, but because you rose higher than their words could reach. You are unforgettable, chosen one, because you are a living reminder that what is divinely appointed cannot be silenced by interrogation, cannot be crushed by doubt, and cannot be erased by fear. And this is just the beginning. The same voices that once joined in questions will now whisper your name with admiration. The same people who once remained silent will now speak on your behalf. The same spaces where you felt misunderstood will now echo with recognition. This is what happens when the chosen are tested. They emerge not diminished, but undeniable. Chosen one, before we dive deeper into this word for your spirit, let me pause here to remind you of something important. You didn't land on this message by accident. It was drawn to you because you were meant to hear it. That is why I encourage you to watch this video until the very end. Because the most powerful, attention-grabbing affirmations are waiting there for you. And right now, take a step that aligns you with the universe. Write your most sincere wishes in the comments. Seal them with the number 777, and let the energy of your words flow outward and return multiplied. This is more than just typing. It is manifestation. It is prayer in action. It is a declaration of faith that what you seek is already yours. And as you do this, subscribe and stay connected, because this space is where chosen ones gather, rise, and grow together. Now, let us return to the truth of what you've endured. They interrogated you with questions meant to shake your spirit, but instead of breaking you, their interrogation only revealed your strength. They wanted to corner you with doubt, but instead, your presence disarmed them. Everyone defended you, not because you asked, but because your life, your character, and your truth spoke louder than anything they could accuse you of. People saw through the shadows. They saw the light you carried, and they could not remain silent. Their words became your shield, their voices became your defense, and the energy in the atmosphere shifted in your favor. This is what happens when authenticity collides with falsehood. The truth within you cannot be hidden, no matter how intensely it is interrogated. They thought that by putting pressure on you, cracks would appear. But chosen one, your foundation is not built on human approval. It is built on something eternal. That is why, even under fire, you stood tall. That is why, when they interrogated you, everyone else could see clearly that you were not the problem. You were the light in the room. And now, everyone is thinking of you. They remember how calm you were when chaos tried to rise. They replay the way your spirit did not bend under scrutiny. They recall the authority in your silence, the power in your presence, and the unexplainable grace you carried when others would have fallen apart. That moment burned itself into their memory. They cannot forget you, because you showed them what resilience looks like, what faith looks like, what strength under pressure truly is. Chosen one, understand this. The voices that once rose to question you are no match for the voices that rose to defend you. The doubt they tried to place on you has turned into admiration. The lies they tried to form around you have dissolved into truth. And now, as everyone is thinking of you, they are not thinking of your flaws. They are thinking of your fire. They are not thinking of your weakness. They are thinking of your wisdom. They are not thinking of interrogation. They are thinking of inspiration. Chosen one, what happened to you was not an accident. It was a revelation. When they interrogated you, it wasn't just about their questions. It was about exposing their own fear of your strength. They pressed you because they could not comprehend how someone like you carried so much authority without shouting, how you walked with so much confidence without arrogance, how you continued to shine even when others tried to dim your light. Their interrogation was never truly about answers. It was about control. But what they did not expect is that their attempts to discredit you would become the very stage where your power was displayed. The moment everyone defended you, the atmosphere shifted. People who had remained silent for so long suddenly found their voice. People who once doubted you could not deny the evidence of who you are. It was as if the truth that had always surrounded you finally broke through the noise, and it became impossible to deny. They interrogated you, but their own actions only drew out more witnesses to your light. That is the power of divine alignment. When the world tries to press against you, the universe raises a shield in your favor. And now, everyone is thinking of you, not just in passing thoughts, but deeply. Your name rests on their minds when they reflect on what strength under fire looks like. Your image rises in their memory when they wonder how someone can endure without breaking. You live rent-free in their thoughts, not because you sought their attention, but because resilience cannot be ignored. Even your silence speaks louder than their accusations. Even your composure echoes longer than their interrogation. You became unforgettable, because chosen ones cannot be erased. Think of what this means for your journey. You no longer have to fight for recognition, because your presence commands it naturally. You no longer have to beg to be understood, because your life testifies for itself. They interrogated you, but you didn't crumble. They tried to box you in, but you expanded beyond the walls. They wanted to expose weakness, but what they uncovered was unshakable strength. And when people defend you without you asking, it is proof that your integrity speaks louder than any explanation could. Chosen one, understand that this season is different. You have stepped into a time where your enemies reveal themselves without effort, and your defenders rise without request. You don't have to lift your own name. Others will lift it for you. You don't have to defend yourself. Your fruit defends you. You don't have to chase validation. Your destiny validates itself. That is why everyone is thinking of you now. They can't escape the imprint you've left on their spirit. Their interrogation has backfired. Their attempts to corner you have collapsed. And their efforts to belittle you have become the very evidence of your greatness. The void they hoped to create around you has been filled with voices of defense. And now the memory of your resilience echoes louder than any accusation ever could. You are not only remembered, You are revered. So hold your head high. Their interrogation could not define you, because your story was already sealed. Everyone defended you because the truth within you could not be denied. And now, everyone is thinking of you because chosen ones cannot be forgotten. Chosen one, there is something powerful about the way truth works. No matter how much they try to twist it, no matter how many questions they throw at you, no matter how harshly they interrogated you, truth always rises to the surface. When they sat you down and pressed you with doubts, when they whispered accusations behind closed doors, when they demanded explanations that you didn't owe them, they thought they were stripping you of dignity. But the reality is this: they were exposing their own insecurity. They interrogated you because your very existence disrupted their illusions. They interrogated you because your light revealed what they wanted to keep hidden. Yet while their voices tried to dominate, another sound rose louder: defense. Everyone defended you, not because you begged them to, but because your life, your character, and your fruit had already spoken on your behalf. People who had seen your journey, people who had watched you endure storms with grace, people who knew the quiet strength you carried, they could not remain silent. Their words formed a wall of protection around you, a shield that no interrogation could penetrate. That is the beauty of living authentically. You don't have to prove yourself, because others will testify of your truth. And now, everyone is thinking of you. They replay the image of you sitting calm in the face of pressure. They can't forget how you didn't lash out, didn't crumble, didn't break. Instead, you held your ground with a kind of dignity they had never witnessed before. It left an imprint on their minds. You became the example of what resilience looks like when it is refined by fire. They think of you when they wonder how strength survives testing. They think of you when they realize not all pressure destroys. Some pressure reveals diamonds. The interrogation that was designed to humiliate you has become the story that elevates you. Every word spoken against you turned into a seed that bloomed into your defense. Every question meant to weaken you became a spotlight on your endurance. They interrogated you, but in doing so, they unknowingly gave you a platform. And everyone defended you, because they could not deny the evidence of your integrity. Now everyone is thinking of you, not in terms of shame, but in terms of strength. They may have wanted to stain your name, but instead they highlighted your power. Chosen one, this is why you must never shrink back in fear. You've already passed through fire and come out untouched. You've already been pressed and proven unshakable. The more they interrogate, the more your truth shines. The more they attack, the more others are drawn to defend you. The more they try to erase you, the more unforgettable you become. This is not a coincidence. It is destiny unfolding. You were chosen to endure what would break others, so that your story could become a testimony of endurance, faith, and unstoppable light. So don't look back with bitterness. Their interrogation was part of your elevation. Their failure to understand you only pushed others to recognize you. Their voices of accusation gave birth to voices of defense. And now, while they wonder how you're still standing, everyone else is thinking of you as a symbol of strength that cannot be silenced. Chosen one, when they interrogated you, they believed they had the upper hand. They thought putting you under pressure would expose weakness or shatter the confidence you carried. They never expected that the fire they lit would only refine you. They underestimated the resilience that was hidden deep within your spirit. And while they kept demanding answers, while they tried to twist stories and paint shadows around your name, the truth was writing itself for all to see. What they didn't realize is that interrogation never diminishes what is real. It magnifies it. The more they interrogated you, the more undeniable your authenticity became. And everyone defended you, because even those who once questioned you could not deny what was in front of them. People rose up not to save you, but to affirm what had always been true. You carried integrity that no words could destroy. Their testimonies formed a circle of light around you. They remembered the times you gave without asking for anything in return, The moments you stood strong when no one else could. The quiet ways you poured into others when you had little left for yourself. These memories became louder than any accusation. Everyone defended you, because your life had already defended itself. Now, everyone is thinking of you. Not only those who stood with you, but even those who tried to question you. They cannot escape the image of your endurance. They can't stop replaying the moment when, under scrutiny, you did not bend. You became the lesson they can't forget. That strength under fire is more powerful than words under pressure. They interrogated you, but in the process, they gave you a stage you never asked for. And what was meant to be humiliation turned into recognition. Everyone is thinking of you, because you left an impression no one else could. What you must realize, chosen one, is that these moments were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to reveal you. The scrutiny brought clarity. The questioning brought truth to the surface. The pressure pulled the diamond out of the dust. Their interrogation became your introduction. Their accusations became your announcement. Their doubt became the very reason others rose to defend you. And now the thoughts of many rest on you, not with suspicion, but with awe. This is how the universe works. It takes what was meant to harm you and turns it into a platform. Those who thought they were tearing you down unknowingly built the stage for your elevation. Those who thought they were exposing you only revealed their own blindness. Those who thought they were isolating you accidentally made you unforgettable. Now everyone is thinking of you, not because you begged for their attention, but because your spirit could not be ignored. Chosen one, walk with the awareness that you no longer need to defend yourself against false narratives. Life itself has already spoken on your behalf. The energy you carry, the legacy you're building, the truth of your endurance. These things cannot be erased. They interrogated you, but the verdict was already written. You are chosen, you are covered, you are victorious. Everyone defended you, because truth always finds its voice. And everyone is thinking of you, because chosen ones are never forgotten. Chosen one, the season you walked through was never about your downfall. It was about your unveiling. They interrogated you not because you were weak, but because your strength unnerved them. They could not understand how you carried such authority without position, how you carried such peace without explanation, how you carried such fire without permission. Their questions were never about truth. They were about control. Yet the more they interrogated you, the more obvious it became that what you carried could not be shaken. Their words fell flat because your life was already the answer, and everyone defended you, not out of pity, but out of conviction. They saw what those interrogators could not see, the fruit of your endurance, the consistency of your heart, the evidence of your light. People rose to your side because your presence had already impacted them in ways they could not deny. They remembered the times you gave freely, the moments your words healed, the way your energy shifted atmospheres. And when the moment came to choose between accusations and truth, they chose truth. Everyone defended you because your authenticity demanded it. Now, everyone is thinking of you. You became the name that rests on their minds, the example they whisper about, the story they cannot forget. They think of how you remained calm when pressure tried to break you. They think of how you stood with grace when storms raged against you. They think of how you carried dignity when others would have crumbled. Even those who once doubted you can no longer deny the image imprinted on their memory. Everyone is thinking of you, because chosen ones are unforgettable when tested. Chosen one, see this clearly. What they meant for harm became your platform. The interrogation they designed to weaken you only revealed your unshakable foundation. The defense that rose around you was proof that you were never standing alone. And the thoughts that linger on you now are evidence that destiny has marked you. You cannot be erased. You cannot be hidden. You cannot be silenced. Every attempt to diminish you only magnifies the power you carry. What you endured has placed you in a new position. You are no longer defined by the voices that doubted you. You are defined by the strength that proved them wrong. You no longer live in the shadow of interrogation. You live in the light of revelation. They interrogated you, but their questions could not break what was divinely built. Everyone defended you because truth always finds a voice. Everyone is thinking of you because your resilience carved itself into their memory. And this is only the beginning. You are stepping into a chapter where even your silence will speak, where your very presence will remind them of what they cannot explain away. They may have tried to put you on trial, but the verdict has already been sealed. You are chosen. You are covered. You are unstoppable. And now the world cannot help but remember your name. Chosen one. The truth has a way of echoing long after the noise of accusation fades. They interrogated you with intensity, hoping to catch you off balance, hoping to uncover weakness where none existed. But what they truly revealed was their own insecurity. They could not explain why you stood so firm, why your presence carried such weight, why your light could not be dimmed. They interrogated you, but their questions became a mirror of their fear, and everyone defended you, because silence was no longer an option. People who once stayed quiet found themselves speaking your name in honor. Those who once doubted you could no longer deny what was before their eyes. They remembered the times your strength held them together, the times your words lifted them when they were low, the times your presence brought peace into their storms. These memories rose louder than accusations, and their voices became a shield you never had to ask for. Everyone defended you, because your life itself had already written your defense. Now, everyone is thinking of you. It is not just a fleeting thought. It is a constant presence in their minds. You linger in their conversations. You rise in their reflections. You appear in their comparisons. They cannot plan without recalling your resilience. They cannot build without remembering your example. They cannot rest without being reminded of how you stood when others would have fallen. Everyone is thinking of you, because the image of your endurance has carved itself into their memory. Chosen one, this is the shift you need to see clearly. The interrogation that was meant to destroy you has now immortalized you. Their attempt to strip you of dignity only highlighted your grace. Their effort to silence you only amplified your voice. They interrogated you, but instead of breaking you, they built your reputation. Everyone defended you, because truth demanded it. Everyone is thinking of you, because chosen ones cannot be ignored. And now the weight is no longer on your shoulders. It is on theirs. They cannot escape the shame of their actions, the regret of their blindness, the heaviness of realizing they tried to question someone who carried the very blessing they needed. The tables have turned. Where they once thought you stood on trial, they now find themselves judged by their own conscience. They feel the sting of regret every time your name is spoken with honor, every time your image rises in admiration, every time your story is told as testimony. Chosen one, stand tall in this knowledge. Your interrogation has become your introduction. What they tried to use to break you has now set the stage for your rising. And the very fact that everyone is still thinking of you proves that your light is unforgettable, your strength undeniable, your destiny unstoppable. Chosen one, this is the moment where your story no longer bends to the voices of interrogation, but rises into the certainty of destiny. They interrogated you, thinking that endless questions could unravel your identity, but instead their questions unraveled their own insecurities. The more they demanded proof, the more your life itself testified. You did not flinch, you did not beg, you did not collapse. You simply stood. And standing became your greatest answer. It was not a loud performance, but a quiet declaration that truth needs no decoration. You carried yourself with dignity in the very place they tried to strip you of it, and the silence of your restraint became louder than the noise of their interrogation. Everyone defended you, not because you asked, but because you had already written chapters of loyalty, compassion, and strength into the lives around you. People could recall the ways you gave when you had nothing to spare, the ways you spoke light when rooms were heavy, the ways you stayed steady when storms swirled. And when they were forced to choose between the shadow of rumor and the light of memory, memory won. Their voices rose, not out of pity, but out of conviction, declaring what could not be denied. Your integrity was intact. Your heart was true. Your strength was unshakable. Everyone defended you, because to remain silent would have been to betray the truth their own spirits recognized. Now everyone is thinking of you. You live in their thoughts not because of scandal, but because of strength. You walk through their minds in the quiet moments when they wonder how a person could endure such fire and not be consumed. You rise in their reflections as the example of what it means to be tested and yet remain whole. You have become unforgettable, not because you sought attention, but because you embodied resilience. Even those who once questioned you cannot shake the image of you sitting calm under pressure, carrying a composure that no interrogation could fracture. Chosen one, this season has revealed the paradox of your journey. Their attempts to diminish you became the platform that revealed you. They interrogated you to strip your crown, but interrogation only polished it. They tried to corner you with doubt, but doubt only expanded your clarity. They wanted you to crumble in front of witnesses, but instead, witnesses rose to defend you. And in the aftermath, the thought of you lingers like an unshakable song, because strength under fire is not easily forgotten. Do not mistake their current thoughts as regret alone. Understand them as recognition. Recognition that you were never ordinary. Recognition that their interrogation could not erase your truth. Recognition that everyone defended you because your life carried a weight beyond words. Recognition that everyone is thinking of you because your presence is unforgettable. You have become a living testimony that chosen ones cannot be erased by rumor, cannot be broken by pressure, cannot be silenced by doubt. Carry this forward. You do not need to explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Your silence has already spoken volumes. You do not need to fight battles that destiny has already won. The verdict over your life is not guilty. It is chosen, covered, unstoppable. You do not need to run after those who doubted you, because their thoughts are already chasing you. Everyone is thinking of you, not because you demanded their focus, but because resilience has carved itself into their memory. So rise now with certainty. You have survived interrogation, you have received defense, and you have become unforgettable. Let their questions fade into the background while your destiny steps into the spotlight. Let their voices of doubt echo into nothing while the voices of truth continue to declare your name. Let their thoughts of you remind them that they could not erase what heaven established. Chosen one, you are proof that interrogation cannot break integrity, that defense comes without request, and that memory bows to resilience. They interrogated you, but you rose. Everyone defended you, and truth was louder than lies. Everyone is thinking of you, because chosen ones cannot be forgotten. Chosen one, let this truth sink into every corner of your being. You were never on trial with heaven. The weight of their questions was never equal to the weight of your calling. Every time they interrogated you, heaven already had the answer sealed. Every time everyone defended you, the universe confirmed the worth you carried. And every time everyone is thinking of you now, it is because your legacy has marked their hearts permanently. Your story is not just about surviving interrogation, it is about becoming a lighthouse in a world that once doubted your fire. Keep moving, keep glowing. Your life is the proof that destiny always has the final word. Chosen one, walk boldly into the new days ahead. There will be more voices, more questions, more opinions, but none of them outweigh the truth of what has already been proven. You were defended without asking, you were remembered without seeking, and you were validated without begging. That is the power of divine alignment. You are no longer at the mercy of opinions, because your spirit has already graduated from their approval. You are not chasing applause. You are carrying authority. You are not waiting for doors. You are building paths. So let them think of you. Let them remember. Let them sit in awe of what they could not destroy. Every thought they have of you becomes another echo of your victory.